The time has finally came. Today we'll bring justice to people's eyes and I will lead you to victory! But what do I even mean? Anatomy, of course. Head anatomy. A mysterious enemy hidden in a scary cave which looks creepy on Google but aesthetic on Pinterest. Today we will defend it. I will use this model and this one. It's time to stop running away from the basics. But if you don't know me, and you probably don't, I'm not a famous person. I'm just a humble and the bravest knight in the kingdom. Okay, I'm not. I am Olosanti, a digital artist who wants to improve because who wouldn't? I've been drawing for years, but I never really considered going deeper into anatomy. Okay, let's start today's drawing. Back to my point. Drawing should be fun, right? Not boring and some uncool stuff. But you know what's also not fun and uncool? When you put your heart and soul into your drawing and it looks like this. So sometimes you just need some knowledge. Over the years it's possible to understand a lot just by observing, but still. And now I matured enough to take it seriously. Is it necessary to know all this to draw? Well, no. But I think it's good to know. I will probably forget everything anyway, but at least I picked up the sword. I did something. So when someone someday asks me, do you even know anatomy? I will say, yes, I do. And then go back to making my mistakes. So I want to try. I will add some shadows and colors to separate different areas of the skull, like in the reference, because apparently it's not just one complicated shape. It's a lot of small, complicated shapes. I don't see the point in learning all the names for every single part, so let's skip that. It would be cool to know, but let's not kid ourselves. I actually never draw a skull before. Yeah, this is vile slander indeed. I want to go into the details and learn something about realistic anatomy, starting with the head. Even though realism isn't the style I draw in, I want to know how it's built. And here starts the real battle. I will put my armor on. Yeah, that was cringe. There are so many details. I get bored rather quickly, so I'm a little afraid of how this will turn out. Oh, also, I plan to make a series where I study different parts of the body, and the head is just an appetizer. Yummy. Do you like this idea or not? Let me know, tell me. During creating this video, I actually learned something. For example, the muscles of the head are divided into 3 groups, apparently. Expressive muscles, mastication muscles, and then the muscles related to the tone, eyebrows, and I can't say this. Let's ask Google for help.
Vestibulocochlear organ.
What was that? So yeah, it's not like the one muscle is for just one thing. For example, for eyebrow movement, there aren't 2, aren't even 3, but 5 muscles. Can you believe that? And it's similar with other parts, like the mouth. For example, the mouth is really complicated, especially because we eat thanks to it, which is nice. Maybe you were or still are a more attentive student and you know more about this stuff, but I'm not. I wasn't. So it's kind of new, or even if I knew this, I forgot. The most important thing I learned about anatomy is that it's so creepy. Well, I mean, look at this disturbing thing. Ugh, yuck. I will have nightmares, but this is how I look apparently, so I need to know this. I want to tell you I prepared for this expedition for months, but yeah, that didn't happen. Me and my potatoes have a different style of doing things. To be honest, I started preparing this video at the beginning of this week and I'm exhausted. From drawing every single muscles, from editing everything, I got frustrated very quickly. Lately, I've also been really enjoying watching animation channels, and I admire their hard work so much and their fun way of presenting content. I always wanted to learn animation better, but I never did. And recently, while taking a nap after editing, I thought I could watch some tutorials and try it too. Why not? And I did. Editing and preparing everything took me even longer. I hope you like my silly and slightly unprofessional animations. It's the first time I've tried to do it more properly. Usually I do it easiest way possible, but this time was different and more labor intense. I'm kind of proud, kind of embarrassed. I'm not sure how I should feel about it. Oh, and I want to check how it looks when we put one on top of the other. It's kinda cool. It mostly overlaps. And now let's study how the profile actually looks. I don't intend to remember every single muscle, but I want to draw them all at least once and see for myself where everything is. And then slowly forget it all over time. Just a natural, healthy way of learning. But maybe you're different. If so, I found a graphic with all the muscles' names. So if you're interested, you can check something like this. I think some of them are important to keep in mind. For example, the muscles around the eyes or the nose. To remember, it's not just one big shape, but a few smaller ones. Also, the chin, maybe, because it shows which parts are more hidden and which are more visible. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying, but yeah. I would love to remember the names and which muscle is responsible for what, but I don't want to lie to myself and to you. And you know what? I wanted to stop here because I really had enough of this everything, tiny details and everything. But then I went outside to touch some grass with a nice surprise on my way during filming. And then I thought, I can do this. I need to be strong for my potatoes. And I continued. So I added better line art and even tried to color it. We finished level 1 of this adventure! Congratulations! We defeated the first boss on our way. The potatoes are so happy. I'm so happy too, because aside from being a lazy potato, I'm also a lazy, ambitious potato, you know? So when I do something, I want to know a lot. And I'm glad I finally pushed myself to understand the exact structure. It's thanks to you. I think if it weren't for this channel, I would probably still be procrastinating. So let's learn even more together. Oh, also, what do you think of my little self and my little potato army? I feel like I identify with this version even more now. Your opinion would mean a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of this series and I will see you in the next one. See ya later. Bye!